tonight, taking the time out to be with us. We really appreciate it. Kelly Farrar and I have started a series of these calls where we share a portion of the Juice Plus product family. And I will do a brief overview of the whole product family, but mainly we're going to focus on one part of the product family called the Complete Shakes tonight. And we're going to share a few stories. And we have Dr. Taki with us as well, who's going to help us with those stories. So I'm going to share my screen so that you can see. And my biggest challenge with Zoom is just moving everybody around so I can get to the buttons that I need to get to. That is not the button I meant to hit. Okay, here we go. Can everybody see this? Can everyone see it? Okay. So tonight we're going to talk about, oops, you know what? This is not the right slide. Let's try this again. Thought I was in the right spot. Bear with me, everyone. Okay, there we go. So the name of tonight's call is Complete Freedom. And the reason for that is the Complete Shake product that we offer is, it has a lot of versatility. It's good for a lot of different people in different walks of life, different stages of life. And there's a lot that you can do with the Complete. So it really frees you up. It's a very convenient food product as well. So many of us these days are just on the go so much, and we just need those quick and easy solutions for staying healthy and getting healthy. So the first thing I want to share is just our overall product family. And the Juice Plus product family is small, and I really appreciate that because, first of all, that means there's less for me to keep track of, but also because the quality, the high quality and the integrity of the products are always kept intact. And they do that on purpose to keep the product line small so that the quality stays very high. And so the whole family of products is really geared around helping people bridge the gap between what they are eating in terms of fruits and vegetables or plant nutrition, whole food plant nutrition, and what they should actually be eating. The current recommendations are 7 to 13 servings a day. And if you have a chronic condition or you even just exercise regularly, the recommendation is actually 13 to 18. And I don't know about you, but that's impossible for me. On my best days, I might get in 8 or 9 servings. And that's an improvement over where I was because I started eating Juice Plus 4 years ago, which has been a catalyst in simply wanting more fruits and vegetables. And so the bottles that you see in the right-hand corner are our micronutrition products. They, the fruit, veggie, and berry, the red, green, and purple, represent the phytonutrients, live enzymes, and antioxidants from food that have been encapsulated. So it is food in a capsule, providing you with if you use the analogy of a car, it's the oil for your engine that keeps your engine running. And this is where we are probably the most efficient in, is the micronutrition. We now also have a vegan omega blend, giving you the full spectrum of omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And then we have a product called the Complete, which provides macronutrition. And macronutrition is something that, culturally we have put a lot of focus on over the years, which is protein, fiber, and calories. However, they haven't been the healthiest versions of those protein and fiber and calories, but our focus has tended to be there. And so what Juice Plus has done is said, okay, well, let's do macronutrition differently so that it's actually healthy. And let's also provide micronutrition so that people really get all of what they are missing and all of what they need. So this is not meant to replace eating fruits and vegetables, eating plant nutrition, in terms of actually chewing it and swallowing it, but this bridges your gap. And I'm pretty sure these days that everyone has a gap. Some people's gap is on the smaller side and some people's gap is fairly large. Okay, and now this is not, slide presentation is not moving. try this. Okay. So what is the complete? The complete is a lot of different things. It's full of plant proteins. It is full of superfoods, things like pomegranate, pumpkin, spirulina. It's gluten-free. A lot of us, myself included, have gluten sensitivities. So knowing that something does not have any wheat or gluten in it is really important to me. It's non-GMO, which means it's not genetically modified. It is low glycemic, and that means that the sugar content is low. And part of the reason for that is all of the good fiber that's in it, 8 grams of fiber. And when a food is low glycemic, it's going to help you stay satisfied and stabilize your blood sugar. And when your blood sugar is stable, you have fewer cravings. You don't have the sort of ups and downs in your energy level over the course of the day. And when you're having those ups and downs, that's when you have a tendency to make not so healthy food choices. But when your blood sugar is stable, you're just generally not that hungry. And when you do go to reach for something to eat, it's generally something that's better for you. So your willpower actually is a function of your blood sugar, and a low glycemic food helps you with your blood sugar stabilization. We already talked about how it has lots of fiber. It also has something called prebiotics. A lot of people have been focused for a while now on the importance of probiotics, which is good, healthy gut bacteria. And that is important. A lot of us have destroyed some or most of that because of antibiotic use and just eating not so healthy food. Prebiotics, we're finding, is just as important, if not more important, than the probiotics, because they help feed the good, healthy gut bacteria and grow more of it. So there are prebiotics in the complete. And it's vegan, again, all plants, and NSF certified. NSF stands for National Safety Foundation, which is an independent certifying organization, stating that what is on the label is actually in the package. Couple things to note about that. First of all, the complete is not considered a supplement because it is considered food. So it does have a food label on it. However, it gets lumped together often in the supplement category because it is a form of supplementation, right? It's a way of getting more plant nutrition into your body because it's hard to get it all in the other way. But the supplement industry is not regulated. So the good news is we have a food label on our products, which means we're regulated by the FDA. But the Juice Plus company went a step further to do this NSF certification to really show that, yes, what is on the label is truly in the package. It's truly an honest product. There are a lot of supplement companies, unfortunately, that are being found or discovered to be putting, completely different ingredients in the bottle that are not listed on the label. And that's the NSF certification really protects us from that. So how do you use the complete? So there are lots of ways to use it. Very simply, it can be mixed with water or a plant milk in a blender bottle, and you can just drink it up as a snack. It's about 140 calories on its own, so it's not really a meal in that form. However, if you want it to be a meal, you can throw it in the blender with lots of other ingredients, maybe some nut butter or some sort of healthy fat along with other fruits and vegetables, especially some leafy greens are great. And now you have a meal. And for a lot of us in the Juice Plus community, that is our breakfast. And sometimes it's our lunch. As that simple drink that I described a minute ago in a blender bottle, it's an amazing post-workout recovery drink. It really helps your muscles and your body recover from that workout, especially an intense workout. Much better to drink some complete than Gatorade, for example. If you're having a little bit of a, craving for something sweet, make something with the complete. It does have a little bit of sweetness in it. You can make energy bites with it. You can make no or low carb pancakes with it. You could make a smoothie bowl. There's really sort of endless things that you can do with it to kind of satisfy that craving and also stabilize your blood sugar so that craving goes away. And it's great for on the go. So for busy families that are running around, kids playing sports and all that, those kinds of things, and don't have the time at the normal meal time to sit and have a normal meal, they can at least hold themselves over with a complete shake. So we offer an incredible, if actually I should go back to that slide for a second, because this is our recipe book that we offer to our customers who order the complete. It's, full of all kinds of recipes, endless recipes for energy bites, shakes, smoothies, pancakes, and more. So these are just a couple. This is one example of one of our smoothie recipes, very simple. And then we also have, energy bite recipes, just an endless amount, and they're delicious. If, for any of you that have ever made energy bites with whole food ingredients, we've just kind of taken our own twist on those recipes and added the complete to it. Some of them take the vanilla, some take the chocolate, and they're just delicious. So who is complete good for? Well, really, we feel like it's good for everybody because everybody needs more plant nutrition. But these are just a few of the examples of who complete can really help. Athletes, absolutely, for post-workout recovery, muscle tear recovery, sort of all of the stress that happens on the body during exercise. The complete can really help with those repairs. Anyone with diabetes, because again, this is a blood sugar stabilization food that's really powerful and helpful for people with blood sugar issues, and especially if they have diabetes 1 or 2. Anyone with digestive issues, because of the fiber content, the prebiotics, it really can help the body heal over time. It's not an overnight fix typically. They may have to go a little bit slower, but I'll tell you, my gut is just about 100% healed after 4 years of being on Juice Plus capsules and the complete. It really can help people, again, with sugar cravings, needing a little sweet treat really helps, and also just cravings in general because of stabilizing blood sugar. Again, busy families on the go, it's just a convenient way to get really real food into their bodies. Anyone with breakfast issues, I didn't really know what else to call this, but I hear this all the time from people, and I've never understood it because I've always loved and really needed breakfast. But there are a lot of people that just have a hard time eating early in the morning. They don't know what they want. Nothing really appeals to them. They don't have time to make anything, extensive. There aren't a whole lot of, choices in terms of breakfast foods. And most people don't associate breakfast with a bunch of vegetables. So they're not necessarily inclined to make themselves up a stir fry for breakfast. So, nor do they have the time. So the complete, again, kind of fills in that gap for people who really are not eating breakfast and should be. If they can make a smoothie or even just take a shake at least to get something in their system to start the day. And seniors, we have so many seniors who are really compromised in so many ways and just simply need more plant nutrition. And as they're getting older, they have less energy and less ability to really cook for themselves and prepare a lot of food. They're being told to drink things like Ensure by their doctors because it's, supposed to supplement, whatever they're not getting. And it's really not the best choice, right? The research on vitamins, and something like Ensure is essentially a vitamin drink, is that these things are not being absorbed by the body. The body does not recognize them, and they're highly processed. So something like the complete is going to, again, have that easy, convenient, tasty, appetizing kind of feel to it and satisfy them and actually give them more of what they need. So that is it in terms of information. And now I'm just going to turn it over to Dr. Taki, who's going to share her story about the complete.
Thank you, Noelle. Thank you, Kelly, for asking me to be on. And I am very excited to share part of how I use the complete in my life and in my medical practice. My name is Taki Jayasvasti. I have been practicing internal medicine for the last 20 years here in Michigan. And for the last 10 years, I've been really focused on prevention in my practice. And one of the biggest challenges that I see today in medicine and in healthcare is, we're finding it very difficult to find healthy foods to eat, things that are not robbing us of our nutrition. And the foods that rob us of our health are, the obvious ones are obvious, the pop, the candy, the processed sugar, the chips. But there are the not so obvious ones that people aren't really aware of: deli meats, most animal products, most dairy, um, most cereals, most granola bars. And, when you take those away, the big question becomes, well, what do I eat? And that is a big question in my practice. Whenever I start having a conversation with my patients about optimizing their health and optimizing their lifestyle, it always comes to, what do I eat? And so what I often tell my patients when I'm counseling them is, for every bite of food that you put in your body, you are either nourishing your body for health and healing, or you are creating and promoting illness and disease. And so we really have to be we have to make wise choices when we decide to what we put into our bodies and eat. So another challenge that I see in this journey that people are on for trying to optimize their health is what they perceive as lack of time. And, we're a society of what I call human doings instead of human beings. We're so busy doing things. We have lots of life obligations. We have lots of responsibilities, picking up kids from school, being, full-time career people, taking care of elderly parents. A lot of us are in the sandwich generation, taking care of kids and taking care of parents. So, we end up being human doings. And what that means is we're not prioritizing food preparation for the healthful, wholesome foods that will nourish our bodies. And, that ends up becoming a vicious cycle, because if you think about why, when we live a life of human doing, we are depleting our bodies of the nutrients. So there's two sides of the equation. You have a lifestyle where you're taking away your health. You're not getting enough sleep. You're not, we're not managing our stress very well. We are not exercising, and being lack of physical activity is actually a negative, a part of that equation as well. And, so a lot of people, we focus on the positive side. Well, how do I put more healthy food into my body? But there's this balance, there's this equation. So what people don't realize is that same lifestyle that caused us to need more nutrition is also preventing us from getting that nutrition because we're so busy. So that's really, part of why the, getting a nutritious, life affirming nutrients in our body is so important. And that's really where Complete fits in to everybody's life, because I call it, the healthy fast food. What I say about fruits and vegetables is, not only can fruits and vegetables um, save your or make you healthy, but it can save your life. So the same thing goes with Complete, because Complete is, in essence, is plants. And not only is Complete good for you, but it can also save your life. Because if you think about, back to what I said, for every bite of food we put into our body, we're either nourishing it or we're moving towards illness and disease. So every time that you have a drink, a healthy plant-based shake, what you're not doing is putting foods in your body that are robbing you of your health. So again, it balances that equation. And that's why, not just the Juice Plus capsules, but the Juice Plus Complete is really, really important for basically a harmonious life of creating health and wellness and really optimizing our health. And what I often say in my practice is, my goal in my practice is to help patients find better solutions for their health, not just to add years to their life, but what's almost more important is to add life to their years, because we only have one body, and the ability to have a healthy body to carry us through this life is really the most critical thing that we have to enjoy life. And so, Complete has been such a important and integral part of the solutions that I recommend to my patients in my practice, answering the question of what do I eat, but also answering the call of how do I sustain health and while living in a toxic world. And personally, I use Complete, like Noelle said, for breakfast issues. A lot of us have trouble running out the door and not putting the health, getting a healthy start. So I use it for breakfast every day. I go to Costco and buy one of those big bags of spinach, fresh spinach, and then I throw that in the freezer. And then I'll use it every morning. I'll crunch it up. If you've ever crunched up spinach, it's easier to fit in the NutriBullet thing. But I crunch it up and I just use different fruits, and the recipe book that Noelle shared can give you lots of fun recipes. The other thing that I think is really important that sets the Complete apart from a lot of my patients come in using whey protein or animal protein sources. And I get a lot of comments like, I can't use the whey protein or animal protein before I work out because I feel like there's this huge lump in my stomach, during a workout. And that's what I love about the Complete. I practice Bikram yoga, which is hot yoga. And it's 90 minutes in a room that's 105 degrees and it's 40% humidity. And if you're doing a 6 o'clock in the morning class, if you're going to eat a breakfast, you're going to want to vomit in class. But if you don't have anything, then you're going to pass out. So the Complete, for me personally, has been a lifesaver on so many levels. I get the peace of mind that when I need something healthy, I have it, and I'm not putting something that I otherwise would do. And that's really where it comes in with my patients. My patients who have those sugar cravings, I said, well, instead of stopping and getting donuts or chips, just have a shake. And so again, that whole equation, not only are you not putting bad food in your body, but you're putting good food in your body. So it's almost exponential if we're talking about math, but putting the Juice Plus in your body is actually exponential for your health. So it's really a lifesaver for me and my patients.
Thank you, Dr. Taki. I love that. That's great. Yeah, so many of great points there, and especially the the breakfast issues. I think that's a universal problem. All right, Kelly, would you want to share your story?
Yes, thank you so much, Noelle, and Dr. Taki. Thank you so much for giving me a new term, human doer. So my name is Kelly Farrar, and I live in Brentwood, New Hampshire. I am a mom of 2 daughters, Abigail, who is a sophomore in college, and Audrey, who is a senior in college, and she's also a year-round athlete. What? Oh, sorry, senior in high school. So we are that human doer family. We go and go and go. We were introduced to Juice Plus 15 years ago, and it has been an absolute game changer for us. It's done so much good as far as building our immune system and reducing our inflammation and reducing our oxidative stress and repairing our DNA and all of these amazing things that we're really not the same human beings we were 15 years ago. We are physiologically different. And the Complete has served us so incredibly well for a family that truly is on the go, 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 go. There were years that we were eating our dinners on volleyball courts and field hockey fields and softball fields and lacrosse fields. And, sometimes our dinners were just Complete shakes, because that's all we had the time for. But as a mom, who suffers from mom guilt, wanting her kids to, get the necessary foods in their diet, I felt peace of mind knowing that I was giving my kids and my husband and myself, an abundance of plants. And we would amp them up by adding in, like Dr. Taki said, we would add in greens, whether it be spinach or kale, and abundant fruit, plant-based milk, and then the complete. And, the thing is not only did it relieve my mom guilt, it also satisfied our stomachs. We were satisfied, we were full, but comfortably full, not that like Thanksgiving full. So, it really has served us, like it's saved me. It's served and saved all at the same time. And I am someone who has been creative with the complete, adding it into, like Noelle said, pancakes, fruit breads like banana bread, making the protein balls. But one of the things that we discovered when my oldest daughter had her wisdom teeth out, when you really can't eat a lot of solid foods, of course, we made a lot of what we call nice cream, which is basically choosing our favorite smoothie recipe, pulling back a little bit on the liquid, blending it up, and it creates kind of like this soft serve ice cream consistency. And that not only allowed her to eat a real meal that was plant-based, but it was fun for her to eat too. She didn't get bored with it. And what's really kind of cool is she healed really quickly from her wisdom teeth surgery. Another story that I have with my mom, who 3 years ago suffered from a major concussion, almost a life-ending concussion. And she had pretty significant neurological deficits. And not only was I feeding her an abundance of our Juice Plus micronutrition capsules, and but I was feeding her, about 3 complete shakes a day, just simply shooken up in a blender shake up bottle with water. And the neurologist post concussion said that she probably would never make a full recovery neurologically. And about 2 months into her journey, when we went back for a follow-up appointment, the neurologist was stunned by her recovery, stunned by her ability to really draw from, remembering things. And I mean, it was incredible. And I can only credit Whole Food Nutrition, Juice Plus, and the Juice Plus Complete to that. So it's been a game changer for my family. And so if your family is like mine, where you're human doers, maybe Complete could be a solution and a savior for you. Noelle?
Thank you, Kelly. And just briefly, I'll share that before I started taking Juice Plus, I was already drinking smoothies for the most part, at least for breakfast, because I had a lot of gut health issues. And for people that don't know, smoothies really allow the food to be more bioavailable. So there isn't as much digesting involved. The blender sort of mashing everything up is allowing it to get into your system more quickly and not require, the digestive system to fully, function or not function in my case, and trying to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. So I was trying different protein powders over the years and was using a vegan protein powder that I thought was very high quality. And so I thought, all right, well, let me try, I was taking the capsules and I thought, well, let me try the complete and make a comparison and see. And it was just night and day in terms of taste. And I just instantly felt better. And so I could tell right away that the quality of the Juice Plus Complete was just that much better than what I thought was a pretty high quality powder. And just to give you an idea of what else you can do with it, like this afternoon, it was a little raw and chilly here in New Hampshire, and I just wanted something warm. And so I made some oatmeal and I mixed in the vanilla complete with some almond butter and a little coconut milk, and it was delicious. And it's just very satisfying. It held me all afternoon. It was warm, it was comforting. And again, it was just easy. I didn't have a lot of time to like prepare a full lunch, and it was not a salad day. It was just not warm enough or sunny enough. So anyway, so there were just so many things. And we do have a bar version, I should say, of our complete, which is a nice, also even more convenient on the go. We have a dark chocolate and fig, as well as a tart cherry and honey bar that really complement our family of products well. And so I often am having, a complete smoothie for breakfast, and then a bar sometime, in the middle of the morning, and then maybe another smoothie or a shake or something with the complete in it for lunch. So it is definitely my go-to for, a good portion of the day to kind of get me through. It tastes good, it's appealing, it's appetizing, and it just gives me so much of what I need that I was not getting prior. So, like I said, my gut health issues are just about over, which I'm very happy about after a lifetime of not having a very healthy gut. So I'm very appreciative of all of the Juice Plus products, and the Complete is just a big part of that story. So thank you all for coming on tonight. Thank you, Dr. Taki and Kelly, for sharing your stories. And please feel free to share this recording with anyone you might think is interested. We will be doing more of these. I think we're gonna do a call featuring our Omega product at some point, and we just love to share this information because we find it so compelling and impactful for people to just figure out what out there on the market is actually healthy and worth investing their time in and money in to put in their bodies. And so thank you again, and we hope you all have a fabulous evening. Feel free to unmute yourselves if you'd like to just say goodnight.